Apart from being a science fiction, what is actually quantum computing? And I think the most important question is what are its superpowers?
Regarding this question, I could be here not all day but all week, you know. And yeah, quantum computers is something that can have a lot of very major implications regarding security, but also very good advantages regarding other stuff, such as optimization of a lot of algorithms that we have nowadays, and also regarding medicine and the simulations fields. They are a very good benefactor to that as well. But regarding security, there's two ways to look at it. Okay, so you have the threat sides. So what Shor's algorithm and Groover algorithm can do to our cryptography protocols nowadays. So nowadays we typically use some protocols called RSA, which is a asymmetric encryption method that we use everywhere. We are using on this call, for example, that I have my own private key, my public key, and you as well, and we can exchange information using this protocol this way. Regarding how Shor's algorithm can affect this is because like the creation method of our keys is regarding a principle that use very large prime numbers, okay? So around the factor of 10 to the power of 100, kind of large. It's really large, okay? The whole idea behind this is that you can exchange the keys super fast, but if someone catches the communication between, it's going to be very hard. Not impossible, but very hard. Like so hard, it becomes unpractical for an attacker to try to break our communication and retrieve the information. It's just too much effort. So the whole concept is like you have a n that equals a p times q. So it's a simple equation, okay? Where the p and q are the numbers that you rely on to create the private keys, and the n is the number that you rely on to create your public key. So the n is public. So everyone knows about n. But the whole idea is that if you catch n, it's very hard to retrieve the p and q. Just for you to understand, it will take around, with like a super fast supercomputer, around 10 to the power of 60 years. So our universe exists to the 10 to the power of 10. So now regarding the Shor's algorithm. So Shor's algorithm, if you have like a big enough quantum computer that it's fault tolerant, which is also a challenge in quantum computing fields, you can actually decrypt this encryption scheme in just maybe in a few minutes, in half an hour, like in maximum 1 hour. So yeah, obviously you can see this is a very it's very short time to just secure a key. And this opens up a lot of very bad stuff that attackers can do, right? So, for example, you have the SNDL or store now decrypt later attacks. Very briefly explained, if I'm communicating with you right now by Zoom and using this asymmetric key encryption scheme, right? So if someone is trying to catch our communication, he can be just eavesdropping the information, right? So it can be connected to the network and eavesdropping everything, even though it is encrypted. And the best part is that this is even legal because it is encrypted. Like you cannot do anything with that data. But what he can do is he can store it like a server in a data lake, whatever. And in maybe 5 to 10 years time, he can have access to a powerful enough quantum computer and break the whole encryption scheme and have the full access to our communication. It is just like, a podcast that's going to be public. Now imagine like a very confidential Zoom call or, a very confidential email exchange or, you name it,